Good evening. Hello, everyone. Mr. Benjamin. Okay, I think my camera is just on the side. Okay, I think it's better now. Can we all hear me? Probably I should adjust my camera a bit height. Okay, so let's wait for others to join. Okay, oh, my fan. Okay, while we're waiting for others to join, let's use the comment section to say. I think the network is unstable. I think it's better now. Network is restored now. For those of us who are new to the stream, please let's ensure to subscribe to the channel. This is not the main channel. This is the other channel, and basically we need all your support and encourage each and every one of you to subscribe to this channel. There are quite a lot of content on this channel too as well. There are quite a lot of content and full of content as well, and you don't want to miss out on anything. So just ensure you use the comment section and basically also turn on that notification icon so that you can get notifications whenever we post. All right, whenever we post classes on this channel. So I welcome each and every one of us to the stream, and basically, just like the notification I posted, that today we are going to be having our very first kind of this is actually the first of its kind. I don't know why I'm not seeing the comment section. Okay, I can see the comment section now. This is actually the first of its kind we're actually having, whereby we would discuss trending things happening in now. I know the majority of us have a lot of questions. We have something we want to talk about, which is actually very okay. And the unfortunate thing, can we all hear me? Let me be sure of that. Can we all hear me? Okay, just to be sure, we all can hear me. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I think just a moment. The audio is perfect. So now, as I was explaining, we all have a lot of things, a lot of questions we want to ask, we want to find out. And the unfortunate thing is that because of the way the system is, the majority don't have access to legit and genuine information. All right. Some of us get this access pretty late when we must have done something we are not expected to do, and it definitely affect in return. So now that's the reason why we come up with this kind of conversation. Yes, Miss Patience, it's great to have you on. But Miss Patience, you've not gotten back to me on what we discussed earlier today. So that's why we came up with this idea whereby we can have a community. Although we have our WhatsApp classes, but having a community whereby we can come online once in a while or regularly to discuss certain things and things that are bothering us about our program in now. So I have a list. It's called the Frequently Asked Questions in Now. All right. Good evening, Ms. Chinaza. It's good to have you on board. So it's called it's an episode. All right. This is the episode 1. It's called the Frequently Asked Questions in Now. Okay, and we are going to be working from a list of questions from our website. If you haven't seen this, all you need to just do is just go to our official website, which is www.tutorial.net. On our homepage, just scroll down. You scroll down to the bottom, you'll find where it is written Frequently Asked Questions in Now. So we'll be updating a lot of questions as things are happening, as trends and updates keeps coming out. So, and this is where we are going to be taking these questions that we're going to be discussing tonight from. All right. So for some of us it might be new. For some of us it must have been something we haven't had before. And one of the things I'd like us to discuss tonight, one of the things I'd like us to say something about tonight would be this issue of student loan. All right. I've done my research to some extent. All right. We'll be discussing about the student loan and this regularization. All right. It's no longer news. Probably some of us know, some of us haven't heard this jam identity number in Noun and things like also the capturing a lot of trends, a lot of things are changing. Okay, I think we are live again. So it's not that same institution used to know 5 years, 4 years from the very start where we realized that there is this thing TMA malpractice. That's some serious flag that Noun is actually hopping up, optimizing their game. They are really increasing, intensifying the security standard and everything. All right. So that's enough with that. So please, for those of us who are new to the stream, I know a lot of us don't know of this channel. This is our second channel. It is basically for Telegram classes. This is where we upload all our Telegram classes. And like I said earlier, this is a new series, and we're going to be uploading it on this channel too as well. So for new series of frequently asked questions and now, we are going to be getting them on this channel. And for all our Telegram classes, we're going to be having this semester. Mind you, most of our classes this semester will be more of Telegram classes and less of YouTube classes. Why? Because from the information I've gathered so far from students, all right, students talked about the Telegram classes, students talked about the keynotes, students talked about effective communication, all right, where we can interact with the tutor very well. And remember then, for those of us who have been with me for quite a while in the private class, I used to tell us that the reason why we don't do Telegram class all through in the private class is because if you are to do Telegram classes for courses we've not taken before, it will take us forever to finish just one course. All right. But when you are in the private class, we'll first introduce you to the YouTube classes. The YouTube classes are very fast classes in the sense that we cover a lot in a short period of time. A lot in the sense that not rushing through it actually. All right. The YouTube classes are also detailed. I use the whiteboard. I explain. All right. Make complex things as simplified as ABC. All right. But the Telegram class, what makes it different is that you, unlike not knowing anything at all about the course, you have been introduced to the course on YouTube, and we come to Telegram where we have detailed explanation on what you have learned on YouTube. So basically, it is what it is. All right. And I'll next week. Yes, we are going to be sending out, for those of us that are interested in becoming members of private, we are going to be sending out invitations by next week. So we can start to gather our students and we can start classes immediately. I don't know. Have we seen the timetable? I know the majority of us would have seen the academic calendar for the semester, for the year actually that has been released. And from what I saw on that, all right, from that calendar, it's going to be a very challenging semester. All right, it's going to be a very choked one. There's not enough time. We don't even have that time. That's why I put out the publication today that 1 week is enough time for you to have rested. All right, so we don't have much time. We have to swing into action so that this forthcoming exam will not hit us as a surprise. Okay, it will not hit us as a surprise. So now, very quickly, now for those of us, this is how we're going to do things. For those of us who have gone to our website to check the list of questions, I said there is a list of questions we have uploaded on our website, and that's what we are following today. For those of us who have checked, you can see the curriculum, you can see the structure of the questions we are going to be talking about tonight. But for those of us who have not seen it, there's no need. You can check it after now. All right. So I want you to use the comment section to type in if you have any question pertaining to Noun generally. Pertaining to Noun generally, not about tutorial classes. All right. The meeting for tutorial classes will be on Sunday. But if you have any question generally pertaining to anything you want to make clarifications about in Noun, use the comment section. All right. Use the comment section to drop me a message now. So now already I have on the comment section, Mr. Benjamin says, good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. Benjamin. Mr. Mr. Noah says, good evening. These are my punctual and loyal students. Good evening, Mr. Joe, Miss Rose, Miss Deborah. It's good to have you on board. Miss Noah says, yes, we can hear you. Thank you very much for that. Miss Deborah says, good evening. You are welcome. Miss Chinaza says, good evening to all. You are all welcome. Miss Patience says, good evening. All right. So now, the very first question we have on the list, okay? The very first question we have on the list tonight, just a moment. I'm trying to sort out my stuff here. Okay, now, for those of us who have not seen that calendar, I have the calendar here, and I will be highlighting some points. Okay, I will be highlighting some points for us. Okay, now for those of us who haven't seen the calendar, all right, I'll just use the opportunity while we're having this conversation. I'm going to show us one or two things I noticed in the calendar as well. All right. So now the questions we're going to be attending to according to what we have on the website. Okay, no questions yet from any of us. Like I said earlier, if you have any questions pertaining to, all right, the new semester that you want to find out about, ensure you talk to me about it now. You can use the comment section to talk to me about it now. So very quickly, I need to minimize my document here. Okay, wow, it's a whole lot with the network. I think it's better now. I think we are live now, so let's just wait for others to join. It's a whole lot of things going down with the network. Made me almost lose. It makes me I almost lost it. It's crazy sometimes with network. So let's just see if we can wait for others to join. I was already enjoying the conversation, but network just wanted to scatter the whole conversation for itself, not for us. Okay, yes. Some persons are just joining me. Okay. Please let me know in the comment section if you are just joining. Can you hear me? Okay. I think I'm seeing some interesting stuff in the comment section. Yes, it's from my end. Yes, it's from my end. You are very correct. Yes. Good evening, Miss Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan Emmanuel. Miss Deborah said, I think the problem it's from my end. You're correct. Okay, poor network, yes. So yeah, you came late, Mr. Isaac. Miss Favor, yes. I think the network is better now. So let's just hope the others will be able to join and we can continue the conversation. So now, like I said, or like I was saying, if you want to see the structure of the questions we are taking tonight, you can just head straight to our website and go to the bottom on the home page. Just scroll down to the bottom. That's where you will find all the questions we are going to be taking tonight. And without further ado, it's a little bit it's pretty late now, and the network is not even stable. So we're just going to take a couple of questions, and let's see if we can take a couple of questions and call it a wrap. Okay. Let's call it a couple of questions and we can call it a wrap. Now, the very first question we have here today, what are the admission requirements? Okay, what are the admission requirements and standards at the National Open, all right, University of Nigeria? All right, the admission requirements and standard. So these are the things we are going to be discussing very quickly. So it is no longer news that admission in now is not the same thing as it's not the same thing anymore like it was in 2012, 2013, 2015, 16. The whole thing is changing. All right. So according to the new way of admission now, all right, according to the new way of getting an admission in National University of Nigeria, apart from even having your documents, apart from having your documents, before we talk about your documents, first thing we need to first talk about, the first thing we need to highlight, the first thing we need to emphasize, all right, the first thing we need to emphasize on is the fact that it is official, okay? It is now official for you to have your JIN. It is now official. What do I mean by JIN? I'm talking about JAM identity number. Before you even talk of you want to go and apply or even get the form online, you need to visit an. Okay, the network is back now. Now, I want to remind us, about last year, September, thereabout, there was this memo going around that, okay, students should get, all right, students that joined in the National University since 2017 and above should get their admission regularized. Usually, me as a person, I believe this is something that National University should be responsible for. All right, even though we did not get that JAM uh, identity number or JAM registration number during our 100 level, before we complete our program, all right, during the final year, it's expected of the institution to regularize our admission for us. All right, but since it's not like that, fine. Then I was in Abuja, currently I'm in Lagos. Then I was in Abuja. So myself and one of my students who stays around Dusu too, he has a bike. We went to JAMB office together. And at the JAMB office, before you even start sitting down under their board of the one at Buhari, we have two JAMB offices at Buhari. We have the main branch, like their HQ, their headquarters. Good evening, Mr. Abubakar. It's good to have you on board. We have their HQ, that their headquarters. No, it's not that one. That one is a little bit too classified or something about. So we just went to their more like their annex. So more like their annex in Buhari, and we're able to get there. So when we get there, we explain to them that this is the situation. I see they already know they were expecting us. So when we got there, we spoke to a woman, and she requested for a matric number thereabout. So she checked for the other person. She checked his matric number and something. So there was a pop up. I think I snapped that thing. I don't know if I put it on my phone. There was a pop up. She was like, okay, he can start the registration process. So after I got that pop up, he was given a form to fill. So then it was my turn. I was asked the same question. She did it and she said there's no information available. So I was like, okay, maybe it's because of we've been there for a while. I think my admission now was about 2018 thereabout. So I went back to the study center and complained to them because she said I needed to go back to the study center that my information is not even on their portal. So I went back to the study center and I complained to them. And the person I met that said, when did I get the admission? I said, okay, 2018 thereabout. Said, forget about it. All right. I don't need it. And when he even asked me, have you graduated? Are you done with your program? I said, yes, I'm done with my program. He said, you don't need it. Forget about it. So what are we saying now? I have been there. So I'm now being particular about student that has been in the system. Okay, sorry about that. That must have been from the network. Can we hear me now? Okay, so now, as I was explaining, I'm not being intentional and particular about those of us that have our admission probably like 2019, 2020, and above. Please take it serious. Regularize your admission with now. All right. And how do you do that? I'm not talking about people that are just joining. So if you have anybody who's just joining, just advise the person to, before even going to get form, just go straight to an accredited JAM office and get your JAM registration identity. All right. JAM identity number. As soon as you have done that, then you can now go and apply or get your form online. I don't know if that's clear. All right. Do we? Yes, Mr. Bulus. Do we understand that? Are we good on that before we proceed to the next one? I think a lot of us are struggling with network. Network is pretty bad. Do we understand that? Are we clear on that? Are we clear on this JAM registration of a thing? Please, if you're on the stream and you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's important to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so are we done on? Are we good? Are we good on the JAM registration identity number? Are we good on the JAM identity registration number? Do you have any question on that? Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much for that. That's from Ms. Adesiri. Thank you very much for that. Okay, somebody's saying no. What's the problem? Can you explain? What is it that you don't understand? Please, can you tell us what is it you don't understand? I think that's self-explanatory. That was well explained. So if there's something you don't understand, you can just be a little bit precise and let me know what is it that you don't understand. So with that being said, the JAM registration identity number is very important. That's JAM identity number, very important before you can even do your admission in now. All the explanation. Okay, Mr. Bulus, I think you came late. That was why you're asking the same question. All right, so Mr. Bulus, I said the first thing we are discussing about in today's discussion, all right, about frequently asked questions in now is the JAM identity number. All right, for those of us who want to join newly, for those of us who are just buying admission form, or for those of us who are just applying into now, before you can even get that form, all right, that application form into now, you need to first go and do your JAM. You need to first go and get your JAM identity number. And the reason why this is important is because without that identity number, you cannot complete your admission. All right, the admission process cannot be completed. Okay, Mr. Ezekiel. Sorry about that. I probably you don't know, but from what you signed up with YouTube on, it has Bulus at the back. All right, it's some very long name. It's Ezekiel Afiniki Bulus, but it's okay. Correction taken. All right. So the JAM identity number is very important. All right, very, very important to secure admission in now. So we have that as that. So let's take a couple of questions more. Now, if you have a question you want to ask, if you have anything you want to find out in now that you want to ask, you can just use the comment section to find out so I can attend to it. So let's go to the second question. Now look at it. It says here, what are the admission requirements, all right, and standard at the National University of Nigeria? So according to what they said, would you like to know the basic requirements and standard in the National University of Nigeria? Yes, you are in the right place. Okay. Yes, the National University of Nigeria has a set of standards and requirements. All right, a set of standards and requirements all aspiring students, all right, must fulfill before getting admission into the Open University of Nigeria. Now, the National University of Nigeria is a reputable open distance learning institution or university that allows, all right, Nigerians, students, people who want to get a degree or a certificate in a particular discipline to work and learn at the same time. All right. So gonna know this whereby you say you are working, you don't want to quit your job, and you love to get a certificate, a particular degree in a discipline. National University has made that very much possible. All right. National University is an institution whereby you come to, even when you are working, even though you're a family woman, yes, you can still get that certificate. Yes, you can still get your master's. Yes, you can still do your postgraduate. Yes, you can still do your PhD. Yes, you can still attain that academic excellence you want to. But trust me, okay? Trust me, it comes with its own price. The majority of us can understand what I'm trying to explain. All right? It will look like magic. All right? It will look like fairy tale to those that are just joining. But for those who have been in the system, at least you have experienced one semester. Now it will begin to make sense to you that in as much as National University is painted, all right, sugar coated on the outside, that it is easy. When you get into the system, you realize that nah, it's not what you think. In the sense that National University is very, very demanding, not only finance, it requires your time, your finance, money, all right, your time, your finance, your effort, all right, and a whole lot more that we might not be able to say on here, all right. But the most important thing is that there's an opportunity for you to study, all right, work and study. So we have that as that. Now it says to secure admission into a prestigious federal university. Don't forget, it's owned by the government, such as National University of Nigeria. Certain documents are required. Certain documents are required. Now, let's talk about some of the documents that you'll be needing if you want to get an admission into the National University. Now, required documents for getting admission into National University of Nigeria for an undergraduate program. Okay, some of the required documents are, the very first thing we all know is your O-level certificate. Very, very important, both original and photocopies. All right, you have your birth certificate or declaration of age. A very, very important certificate and documents you need, both original and photocopy. Now, if you are doing direct entry, okay, now you see that old level I made mention of, it depends on the kind of discipline you want. Okay, somebody's saying something. Sorry, the way the system is going, I don't think. Okay, let me tell you for my system here. Mr. Abubakar says, sorry, the way this system is going, I don't think so. It is like they don't want us to graduate with good certificates. Okay, Mr. Abubakar, first, I want to commend you for taking out time to use the comment section to express. Okay, now I'm a Yoruba by tribe, and there's an adage that says, all right. Even English has it that when you are very inquisitive, all right, you get to learn better. Now, I don't want you to sit like that. I said something just a moment ago. I said, in as much as National University has broken, all right, in as much as National University has destroyed that gap, all right, or let me not say destroy, has filled up that gap of you not being able to go back to school. Meaning of discipline. Yeah, discipline is your choice of course. All right. Somebody asks you, if you tell somebody that you are in university, and the person asks you what is your discipline, in that the person is asking you what course are you studying. Thank you for that, Mr. Ezekiel. So as I was saying, Mr. Abubakar, in as much as National University has filled that vacuum, all right. Before now, if you are at work, if you are working, if you want to go to school, you either quit that work, all right. You either quit that work and return to school. Even though you are doing part-time is just only Saturdays, all right. But National University have made it so easy and affordable in the sense that even though you are working, you don't have to quit your job before getting that same certificate. Somebody in Obafemi Awolowo University, somebody in the University of Nsukka, somebody in any university in Nigeria here or in Africa can get the same quality, the same standard of certificate that national progressive will also give to you. So it's some serious achievement national progressive has brought to the table. So now, irrespective of how easy, that's why I said you don't understand this system until you are part of the system. Yes, I've been in the system for quite a while. I've been a tutor, all right, and my target audience are students of National University of Nigeria. This is the same story everybody keeps saying. I don't know it was like this. That means there's a story everybody has been told, or there's a story you might have heard, or there's one side of the story you think about now. But when you get into the system, you realize that, hey, kaki no be leather. Sorry for that word. All right. So now this is it. Anything that is good, have this at the back of your mind. Anything that is good, anything that will come with, all right, applause doesn't come easily. If now does not make the system this difficult, don't forget that now might be ridiculed. You as a now, as a student of the National University of Nigeria, might be ridiculed that it's not that your school. What are they even teaching there? What are they even doing? It's not National University that you don't need to write JAM. You don't need to write post-UTME. See, it's not by writing JAM, it's not by writing post-UTME that determines. Now, let me shock you people. Let me make this statement. All right, I've spent quality time in the conventional university. I've spent quality time in the polytechnic, and now I'm in the open distance learning institution. Let me shock you guys. Let me tell us that. Let me inform us that. You see, ODL, the standard in ODL is more challenging compared to the conventional universities. Now, let me give us scenarios. Conventional universities, you have lecturers to bug you. Let me not use the word bug. You have lecturers to cushion. It's very easy to pass. Either you know lecturer, you will always pass. If you like, don't come to the lecture theater. If you know lecturer, or you have a good rapport with your class governor, you cannot say course rep. In the universities, there are people we call course rep. Course rep are those people that they're like a right-hand man, a right-hand person to the lecturer taking a particular course. So if you want to have a good rapport with the course rep, that means you need to have good rapport with all the course rep of your courses. All right, but all your course rep, they are still under your class governor. So if you know you have a good rapport with your class governor, you can pass your exam. Or you have a good rapport with your head of department, HOD, because every department, just like we have faculty of management, we have a director for faculty of management, somebody that is in charge of faculty of management, faculty of science. The same thing in the department of business administration, then we have the HOD. All right. So if you don't even like your lecturer, if your lecturer does not like you, if your HOD like you, or you have a good connection with your HOD, you will pass. All right. Or you come to lecture, you do everything. There are some lecturers that will come to the class and tell you, if you buy my material, you don't call it material, you call it handout. If you buy my handout, it's 60 mark. And you can imagine, if you have 60 mark out of 100 mark, is it 40 that will now be difficult for you to get? So life in the conventional university is very easy. All right. Life in the conventional university, okay, somebody just asked the question. Yes, I'll respond to the question. Life in the conventional university is very easy to pass. But in now, throughout all my years, all my 4-year programming now, I've never seen my lecturer like one-on-one with facilitation, yes. But one-on-one like this, I don't know who he is. The only time I even come in contact with a professor in now is doing my project. Because okay, I had to quickly take some water. I'm already feeling dehydrated. So as I was explaining, very easy to pass in conventional universities and polytechnics. But you see now, the story is a different ballgame. And it's quite unfortunate. It pains me. Mr. John, good evening, you came late. It pains me when people say things like, now is a very cheap and affordable school to pass. It pains me because that is completely a big lie. opposite the fact. All right. And the fact is, in Noun, you will sweat. In Noun, you will put in the hard work. Yes, in conventional universities, you go about signing your. See, this thing we do online. This thing we do online, I will just pay our school fees into our portal and we register our course. And it doesn't work like that in conventional universities. Conventional universities, before you can complete your registration for a semester, there's this form we used to receive. Your faculty officer will sign on that form. Your class governor will sign on that form. Your departmental, your HOD will sign on that form. And I think the director for GST courses will sign on that form. And we call that form course registration form. About 5 to 7 people will sign before is it the dean? Yeah, the dean registrar does not sign. I think the dean is the one that signs on that form. About 7 people. That one alone can take you 1 week. Everybody can comply, but one, either the dean or your HOD or a particular person that must sign will not be around, and you need to wake up at 6 o'clock to go to your school and go and wait for him. As he's entering into his office, you are waiting for him at the door. Yes, those are some of the things we experience in conventional university. I went to the public one. I don't know. Maybe it's differently done in the private universities. But these are some of the stress we go through. And when you want to go and pay, because we have different offices we pay to, you collect your receipt. You might meet a long queue, and you also have to wait too. Yes, you can say that again. You can say that again. I can help you re-echo it, Mr. Ezekiel. It is not for the weak. Now, the ODL system entirely. You know why it is like this? Because it is called, the motto for ODL is, okay. So as I was explaining, indeed, it's not for the weak. Because the ODL system, the all and sundry of the ODL system is that students are able to learn independently, study at their pace. Now, this is where the conflict now comes in. This is where the conflict comes in. It would have been easy, all right, when we say studying independently and at your pace, it would have been easy for somebody who is not fending for himself. What do I mean? The majority, all right, of the students in the National University of Nigeria are either parents, married people, or young people who have work. Why will you be working and going to school? If you had all the finance, if you had all the support, if you have parents that have the money and everything to support you, you will quit work and go to school. You cannot do work and school at the same time. It's not easy. But some, they don't have people to support or sponsor them. They have to sponsor themselves. They have to pick up 2 or 3 jobs, work, and still study. Some, they are married. They have children. They have husband. They have their family to attend to. Some husband have work, have children, have family to attend to. And education on its own is a major milestone. Read my lips. It is a major milestone. All right? It's a milestone that requires a lot of hard work, dedication, consistently, and compliance, sacrifice. Now, this is where the conflict comes in. Now, and this ODL system, like I said it in this place, in one of the questions, I said it is now obliged to providing classes for its students. No. It's a big no. Now it's not obliged to. It's an open distance learning system. Even the facilitation some of us are benefiting from, although most of the science courses, all right, most of all the science, just a moment. Okay. Can we all hear? Okay. Now, most of all the science departments, most of their courses are on facilitation because some of them have pure mathematics and all these science stuff. So I mean, they need facilitations, unlike people that are in management science, art, and the like. So basically, yeah, I think we are back now. This network is something else entirely tonight. But we just have to. We have to. Okay, we'll be stopping very soon. 1 hour is the limit. Yes, 1 hour is the limit. So let me just quickly wrap up things. So, like I said, because of all these other activities, the other activities that are there, taking our time and effort, adding education to it is not going to be easy. Please, I beg of you, for those of us who are on the stream that have not subscribed to our channel, this is our second channel. It's not the other one you are subscribed to. So just check below this video and find that subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, and also turn on the notification button. All right, there's a notification icon on this below this channel, below this video. Find it and turn it on. So I'm about to conclude now. I'm about to conclude. It's almost 1 hour. Okay. So now, like I've been saying, all these activities are already going on in our head. We already have our life going on well for us. So for you to now say you want to add education, you are definitely altering a lot of things in your life. All right. And if you're not a type that if you're not a type that your work, like when I left Polytechnic, then my work requires that I study. So studying has been a part of me before I even joined National University of Nigeria. Some of us that our work has nothing to do with studying or reading for a long time. It's going to be a problem. I'm not saying there's not a solution, there's a solution. But it's going to be difficult compared to somebody that, even though he has left school 14, 15 years ago, the nature of his work, he needs to read documents, sign documents, or read, or some of us that have this habit of reading. It will not be difficult. All right. But for those that their habit is more of watching Netflix or as a Al Jazeera or Telemundo, you are going to have issue. But if you are intentional about it, this is it. This is the strategy. Yes. In view of this strategy, I might love to also I would love to also let you know that we have what we call extramural classes. These extramural classes are, some of us know of these classes. I also attended one in my own level first semester. But I even realized that even all these guys that are teaching these things, some of them say I'm kind of ahead of them. All these physical tutorial centers, they are also good. All right. They are good in the sense that if the nature of your work will allow you to go there, you can join them, all right, and be going to classes. But this is my question to you. You have 8 courses, because all my years, I think I spent up to 1.5 years there. All my years in those tutorial center, no semester have they taken my complete course. No semester. It got to a point then, no, because we are like 5 of us. It got to a point. Me, I was okay. I don't have any issues. But I don't like to show that I'm okay. I don't have issues. No. Even though I don't have issues, if I'm among people that have issues that they don't understand, I like to put myself in their shoes. Even then, when we were paying for tutorials, our statistics, they didn't cover it properly. We had to walk up to one of our tutors. His name was Mr. Ifine. We had to pay him separately. I mean, you want to write this exam once and for all and not come out with bad grades. You don't have to come back. We have to come together, about 5 of us, talk to him. Do you have time? So time. But during my time, there wasn't like online classes. I was one that started it in Now. Nothing like that. Go and check the record. Nobody Now. I was the first person. Everybody's begin to come after me. When they begin to realize, if this guy can do this thing consistently, I think we can try it too. Then we have to talk to him and pay him. And you can imagine, I was staying in Guaripa. Those of us that know Abuja, I was staying in Guaripa, Court Avenue, and we're having classes in black and white in Kubwa. You know how much I spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, apart from paying tutorial fee, apart from paying Mr. Ifan to take us extra classes. That's the only, and the fact that I have my people. When we get there, we gist, we laugh. That university kind of feeling that, but it doesn't really move me anyway. But the fact that I meet people, we talk, people from different sphere of life and people from different background, we talk, we gist, is fun. So that sometimes makes me even want to pay when I know that I'm not getting value for my money. So if that one works for you, there are some students that have reached out to me and they say, this online classes is good, but this is my problem. I would advise them, if it doesn't work for you, just go to those physical classes. But let me warn you ahead of time. Physical classes can never achieve what you'll achieve when you are in our private class. You can never achieve it. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to advertise my private class, no. But I'm trying to let you know that this is a system. Okay? This is a system. Now we used to offer facilitation. We'll get to that. But before now, offer facilitation, like it's only like middle or even past middle of the semester. And you are doing like minimum of 5 courses. So, and each one material can have 700 pages. Sometimes one course will take us 1 month to tell you how challenging to even have these classes. But this is what I'm trying to say. You have your busy life, a busy schedule, and you want to do well in your education. Fine. All you need to do is, before, like now that I'm on holiday, I'm already telling my people, there's no time to rest. 1 week is enough. By this Sunday, we'll have our general meeting on how to improve on the classes. Next week, we'll be planning on how to start our private class. Let's begin to do our classes. Like the tone of feedback we got from students last semester is something else. From the fact that we started classes early, revision classes and keynotes, all these things was possible because we started early. This is how it now works. It says that single drop of water consistently, all right, will go a long way. This is our policy. We have classes 1 day in, 1 day out. Do you know what it will be for you if you join this private class and you are taking classes regularly, back to back, give you assignment? That is what that feeling is all about. The but is that it's now online. It is not physical. You cannot be in National University and say you don't have time for class. You cannot carry that book and read and say you don't get exhausted because it's boring. It's boring. And you're not even doing it in the lecture theater where you have other of your course mates. In the university, it's fun because you have your course mates. It's either you study to impress or you oppress in the university. Yes, there's somebody, if there's a person you like, you want to impress them that, you know this course, so you will do sleepless nights. Or if there's somebody that is trying to play intelligence, which you want to feel intelligent or also play intelligence, you will study. So when they're asking questions, which you are giving answers. Those are some of the things those are some of the recipes that makes it fun in university. But in National University, we don't have something like that. So we have a community, all right, whereby you can come based on the fact that you are a member of the private class. A community that can help you express how well you are. Okay, we'll go on YouTube, we'll take our classes. When we are done with YouTube, then we move to Telegram. On Telegram, we do one-on-one interaction, one-on-one discussion. And we do it every day. All right? Every week, every month, every semester. 1 day in, 1 day out. You cannot do this thing consistently and you don't see the difference. And during the exam, we'll do revision. You see the same thing we have been doing in the private class. In our class, we'll give you practice question. We'll give you keynotes. All these things are what we have been learning for this month, throughout the weeks. And that's it. 100 level, you did well. 200 level, you did well. 300 level, you did well. And you'll be like, somebody will not be complaining that I'm not doing well. And you'll be like, It's not the same now. Me and you, we are students, and I am doing well, and you are complaining. Now, come, let me show you the way. You can do that because you now you are in the system. You now you understand the system. You now you know how the system works. Believe me, this is how it works. No magic. Okay. So, Mr. I believe I've been able to answer questions, although the comment section is not as busy as I expected. So very quickly, somebody says here, okay, I think I've attended to Mr. Abubakar. Okay, Miss Ezekiel, Mr. Ezekiel also says meaning of this. Okay, I think I've attended to meaning of discipline. Yes, it's not for the weak. Okay. So physical classes with work is not easy. Yes, you are correct, sir. More than 5 courses. Yes, you are correct. Very boring most time. Yes, you're correct. Okay. Somebody says it does now offer lectures to students. Okay. Yes, now does facilitation. So we call facilitation. All right. But like I said, most time now in the calendar, it says that look at let's even check where facilitation is starting in the calendar. I have the calendar here. Okay. Now according to the calendar, 1st of January to 31st. Okay, no, that's not that. Okay, February 2025. Registration of courses and examination. All right, we have Monday, 10th of February. Course registration is supposed to start. Then is ending at April. Everybody knows that most time it's been extended, but on the 10th of February, everybody can start registration. Okay, so let's look at some other important thing. Okay, our results will be released by February. Hopefully, let's be positive about. Let's be optimistic about that. Okay, look, it says facilitation begins by March. All right, let's hope so. Okay, facilitation is starting by March, and here we intend to start our private class by late or even mid-February. This is the 7th. By on the 15th, we'll be starting classes. So you can imagine 15 days ahead of facilitation, and that is if facilitation even starts by March. That is if it starts by March. So you don't want to bank on something that might not work. It will happen definitely, but will it start by March? Everybody knows that when facilitation, when we get things like that, starting by March, even by June, some of us have not even by 2 months, some of us have not even seen how facilitation is starting. And before you know it, TME has started. Before you know it, the exam is here. So you see what I'm saying here? So that's the thing. You have to belong to a community. All right? You have to belong to a community. This is the community that will guide you. This is the community that will be there for you. Community that can always watch over you and have your back. Always put you through on certain things. I remember when we started, some people like, do you think I can make it in this open university? I'll tell them yes. Follow my instruction. Let's do this way. And at the end, they will come back like, go and check our Google. Go and check our Google review. A lot of reviews there on Google. I checked tonight. It's about 33 reviews. It was about 21 before. Now it has increased to 33. Check all the reviews. That's to tell that we are doing something in our community. And if you want to also survive in now, you need to be a member of that community. So now all right, you also need your HND or ND, your BSc, depending which certificate you are coming with, and you also need your NYSC certificate. All right, and for PhD program, you need things like NYSC certificate, your master's degree, your BSc or HND or NC, or your HND, BSc or the likes. All right, and you also need your proposal, your PhD proposal, and a tailored curriculum vitae, and a minimum of 2 referees. So let's call it wrap here for today. It's already past 1 hour. So I don't know. Please, if you find this episode, or if you find this initiative, because this is the very first of its kind. If you find the initiative, okay. If you find the initiative, okay. Says Mr. John says, sir, if I am reading sleep to okay, what it say? Okay, yes, it's a normal thing. Somebody says if I'm reading that, I yes, is it like I said, all right, working is enough on its own. And for you as a human, studying before you can get used to it might take a lot of time because you must have left it for quite a while. There are certain things you'll be doing that you will never sleep. So why is that when you are studying that you will sleep? Simple. It's because your body is not used to studying. All right. So you need to build your system. That's those other things I used to do that you never sleep. All right. It's because your body is used to those things. That's why it wants to, that's why it will be awake. So you need to build your system to also get used to studying. That is the only way you can study and you will not sleep. And that's why you need to join the community. All right. That's why you need to join the community where you have a tutor and it can always guide you, it can always look after you, all right, and put you on the right track. So that's that for that. Let's call it a wrap here for tonight. Like I said earlier, for those of us who have not subscribed to the channel, please let's subscribe to the channel. Tutor, you already have 3,000 plus subscribers, and this is our channel here. It has not even gotten to 5,500 subscribers. We are at 328 subscribers. Please let's subscribe to the channel. All right, let's also like this video and turn on the notification button for those of us that, all right, so that we can get updates whenever we upload any video on the channel. So in our next discussion, if you find this session interesting, please let me know in the comment section. Should we have something like this again? Should we have, even though it's maybe once or twice a week, should we? All right. So I still have a lot of questions on my laptop here. It says, is JAM required to gain admission to National University? I think we answered that already. Do you need to write JAM? Do I need JAM identity number? Does now offer lecture? What does the facilitation mean? How do I join facilitation? Is now certificate well acknowledged? When is student orientation program held at now? Do students of the National University of Nigeria qualify for NYC scheme? All these things we have answers to all those questions. Are the students of National University of Nigeria eligible for the student loan? That is the NEL fund loan. All these things we have answers to this question, and we'll be taking our time to explain, all right, in detail in some other video. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you, Miss Tasha. Thank you, Miss Rose. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. Thank you, Mr. Joe. Thank you very much. Who else? Mr. Abubakar. Thank you very much, Miss George. Patience. Miss Ade. Thank you, Mr. Isaac. All right, Miss Deborah, Miss Chinaza, Miss Deborah again, Mr. Benjamin. Thank you very much, everyone. So on Sunday, we're going to have our general meeting on the private class this semester. It's more like our study plan. All right, so everybody should be. We're going to send an invitation to everybody on Sunday. We're going to have that. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful evening. And bye for now.